This is all we know about the new Workshop of Brilliant Light. Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? NoGoodEman coming to you today with a Workshop of Brilliant Light Deimos guide video. So guys, we're preparing for the new Workshop of Brilliant Light that's gonna come through in this Thursday update. And you see Essel right next to me. She wants to know the best way to get geared and ready for this next update. So let's go ahead and give it to the both of you guys. We're gonna talk team strats and everything in between. But before we talk a single thing, make sure you guys leave a like on the video. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a live or an upload. And of course, support your boy on that NoGoodEman website to get free codes. There will be new codes coming out this week. Thank you guys so much for your support as always. And then click the fourth link in the description because the daily gift draw is back, guys. I didn't even know this. This has been back for like the past month and it's gonna run until like the rest of the month. So go ahead, click that fourth link in the description and get the free daily gift draw. It is back and it is better than ever. But we're not here to talk about any of that. Let's go ahead and talk about Workshop of Brilliant Light. So guys, hard mode Deimos is coming through. The weakness has been confirmed to be fire and light. So what does that mean for you? What does that mean for your team? Obviously, you're gonna have to gear up your Sunjinu and you're gonna have to gear up your hunters. But what are you gearing up for? As far as the numbers, these numbers may be floating in the air. I've heard different numbers. I've heard high numbers. I've heard low numbers. So all I'm gonna say is just expect it to be above what you see now. Whether hard, normal, easy comes out at the same time or where it starts out with normal and easy, I likely think it's gonna probably start off with the normal and easy mode dropping and then hard mode dropping a little bit later with some type of clear event where they try to get up to 7K clears or something like that. But if hard mode does drop, then that would be all the more better. Now let's go ahead and like theorize the numbers. I do think that easy mode might see an increase of 100K to 150,000. So you might see lower numbers looking like 450,000 to 600,000, and then same thing for normal mode, right? This is just a prediction, just a theory. Honestly, I think Workshop of Brilliant Light should start getting increasingly harder at all stages because there is so much to grind for within this game. And honestly, Deimos should be maybe like an end game thing to grind. So with that, I think normal mode might show lower ends of 700,000 to 750,000, maybe even 800,000. And then hard mode at minimum, I do think is gonna be around maybe like the 900,000 to 1 million. But with that, let's go ahead and talk about recommended elements. Obviously, we just said it, fire and light. So what does that mean for your Sunjinu first and foremost? Well, I currently have what I have as a light meta kind of setup. So we're rocking the Divine Corded Staff with the Demonic Plum Flower Sword. This is going to be very, very good for your crits and things like that. And then we're also pairing it with a double down out of Sonic Stream, which is going to do a ton of damage for bosses that does not have a break gauge. And then if your boss does have a break gauge, go ahead and throw on Multi-Shadow Strike. Honestly, this is a very, very insane skill for a multitude of reasons. Not only does this, you know, do a certain amount of Jinu's defense, but when you guys use this skill, it actually increases your defense by 20%, and this can stack up to 5 times. So honestly, this might be one of the best skills to bring into the new Deimos WOBL, especially if hard mode drops and it's going to be as hard as we predict, as hard as the players want. But from there, let's go ahead and talk about a fire meta lineup because that's just the light team. But what about the fire team? So I actually have that ready for you guys right here as well. We've got the Phoenix Soul and we're pairing that with the Demonic Plum Flower Sword. And then as far as the skills we're pairing this with, we are using Sonic Stream Sonic Explosion, which if you guys watched the Phoenix Soul video that we just dropped the other day, then you guys know that this is honestly one of the best pairings you can use with the Phoenix Soul. And with that, I did pair this with Dagger Rush Explosion. Currently, I had Dispersion equipped, but Dagger Rush Explosion, I do think that this might be a secret sleeper skill. I only have it on Heroic, but I do think the Legendary variant probably is going to be a little bit better because when you use this skill, it does apply a shield, and then when you use this skill, it does deal additional damage, and that's something we're always going to want. Now, from there, definitely that's just one mode. Let's go ahead and swing on over to the Hunters because with this, there's gonna be a lot of talk on the hunter side of things because there's a good amount of hunters you can run. Now, of course, everybody's gonna think about the light team. So yes, you can go ahead and invest in the light team meta. Let's go ahead and talk about the light team. There are several light team units you guys can rock out with. If we're talking the recent, latest and greatest light meta, it's going to be the team of Shimizu Akari, Gogen, and Thomas Andre. If you don't like that, or if you haven't invested into Shimizu Akari, that is a 1,000,000% fine. fine, guys. You are not required to do so because we have the greatest support unit in the game, Mean. So go ahead and use Mean, use Gogunhee, use Thomas Andre. If you don't even like that, let's say you don't even have Thomas Andre. Let's say you just started playing SLA. An oldie but goodie. Look at this. Mean, Gogunhee, Chahayan. Guys, you have so many options. Let's say you don't even need a support unit. I don't know why you wouldn't need a support unit, but let's say you didn't need a support unit and you just want to double down on your DPS. I mean, guys, an insane lineup. You got the Dancer and the Goliath in one unit. Pairing up with Gogunhee, this is an insane lineup, man. So with that, your light team should be geared to go. You can think of any combination. You can definitely even throw in some other light units if you guys are starting out SLA. And then from there, I do want to talk about the fire meta because I've been playing with the fire meta really today and this morning just to see how strong I could make my fire meta. And I was surprised and thrilled with the results. But guys, for your fire team meta, I suggest the team of Gina, Emma Laurent, and Yu Sohyun. Now here's what I'll say. Essel is releasing, and I do think that Essel Raideru will replace Emma Laurent as the next tank unit. I'm hearing that she's going to be a tank unit, and I'm hearing that she is going to be better than Emma Laurent. So in that regard, you can think if you are going to invest in the, Radish clan member herself, you can go ahead and replace, Essel with Emma Laurent. And then through there, your next team would look like essentially the team that I just showed you, but with Essel in the middle. So it'd be Gina, Essel, and then Yu Sohyun, and then I'm hearing that Kane is going to come out in the next few updates, and then Kane is actually going to be the next best fire DPS meta unit. And with that, Essel and her, probably 2 units you'll definitely want to invest in. But for now, let's talk about the characters in front of us. We're talking Gina, Emma Laurent, Yu Sohyun. If you don't like this team, or if you want to sub in any other units, honestly, this is probably the best DPS you're gonna get from the fire meta. These are honestly the 3 best units that's gonna give you to you. Honestly, the only other unit to talk about would be Choi Jonin in the SSR category. So from there, it's a little lackluster, but honestly, guys, I was very thrilled to see that Gina, when you guys have her, weapon maxed out, she actually offers a lot of utility for your fire meta. And I actually kind of want to get into some gameplay with that. And I'm not going to get into any light team gameplay because we played with our light team so many times in so many updates. So definitely check out a video, but I kind of want to show you guys because I'm grinding out this daily fairly quickly, and I'm in the blue, so it's gonna be a little bit unfair of a beating, but I kind of do want to show you guys good fire team rotations because I honestly have not played with the fire team too much. So Proof is strong, level 20 Viridescent Mage. Let's go ahead and beat on Furious, and let's go ahead and get him out of the way. So how do you play with the fire team? Honestly, with the Gina, we go ahead and do the Holtz move, and then I hold down the skill 2 as I switch out. Now, from here, honestly, there's a good amount of things you can do. Obviously, the boss has a break gauge, so we got Emma Laurent on the field, and I need to go ahead and get him out of the way. So from there, keep in mind, this is Proof of Strong, so dashes are going to be at a scarcity. From there, let's go ahead and do the damage we can do. Yu Sohyun is good for getting out of the way, out of all that damage, as she gets hit a little bit. Let's go ahead and bring Gina back on the field. As you can see, our DPS is doing DPS things. Let's go ahead and bring out Baron as we QTE. Let's go ahead, break it. Now we can summon the shadows, and look at the damage being done, guys. So Emma Laurent is still very useful in that regard. I don't think I'm even aiming at Forest. I didn't even aim at Forest there. That's such a shame. Wow. What a shame. Can Gina use her ult? She can use her ult. So let's go ahead and use that ult. And then let's go ahead and use Sohyun's ult. Yes, get that hard switch game going. It's all about that hard switch game. Look at the damage. Oh my gosh. Come on, guys. You got to see the damage. The damage is damaging for sure. 2 hours have elapsed for sure. A lot of things are happening for sure. Let's go ahead and get Gina back on the field for sure. Skill 1, hold him. Oh my gosh, like Gina is honestly, while not being a must-need character, has been a fun character to use just off of the halt moves. Like, I'm having an insane amount of fun. And honestly, all this QTEing is just insane. Let's just go ahead and finish this boss before he even wraps his body with the tree. That's how fast we're beating him, right? We didn't even give him the time to, breathe, right? 1 minute, 20 seconds. This is the strongest variant you'll see of the fire team. And I wanted to show that to you guys to let you guys know that you don't even need to fully invest into the light team, but the fire team will definitely be some sleepers. And I'll definitely play with the fire team as well, show you guys the best tips and tricks, rotations, and everything in between. But with that, How are you guys gearing up for Workshop of Brilliant Light? Go ahead and leave your thoughts, theories, and comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Peace.